Do do do. Hello, everybody. Happy President's Day. If you had the day off, wonderful. If you had to work today, I hope it was easy. Let's see. I'm surprised. I think I always forget that on President's Day the mail doesn't work, so no packages are gonna come in or out. Let's see what's going on in the news today. I think the main thing that I saw in the news today was another plane crash. That's crazy. I think it's like the fifth one in the last, was that month or so? That's insane. Because it's like one plane crash, and then you think you would like try to do something about it, but and Trump's like, oh, let's fire more, like FAA people, and they'll make more plane crashes. But seeing the plane crash made me think about like the world ending and like what's the first thing you would do if the world started to end. Hmm. I think it also has to depend if it's like a zombie ending or it's just like things are just going crazy. I think the first thing I would do if I'm at home, I would start filling the bathtubs with water so you can have extra water. Like go to all the bathtubs, fill them up with water. So you at least have some backup water at home. I think that's the first thing I would do. Do you start barricading right away or do you start going out there and getting supplies? Hmm. I know, like, I was talking to some of my friends about this. They said the first thing they would do is actually just end it all. They don't want to live in like that. If they're in the Walking Dead, like in that scenario, they would just end it. They don't want to deal with the end of the world stuff. But yeah, the first thing I would do is go into my house if I'm at home and fill all the bathtubs up with water. So you got extra water. Let's see, what's next? Hi. Um, and yeah, I would fill the bathtubs up. I guess I would start barricading. Maybe check on my neighbors, because you kind of need, in the beginning at least. Thanks. Um, yeah, in the beginning, you kind of need your neighbors and kind of see what supplies you got. If you're on good terms with your neighbors. If not, I think what I would do is barricade. Oh, I'm in America right now. And yeah, I would barricade my house and just keep an eye out on your neighbors and just wait and see how they're doing. And then maybe if they're not doing so well, that's when you make your move and get their stuff. Oh, I wonder how much looting would be going on if the world started ending. But at least I got the water. Hmm. What am I talking about right now? Well, I'm talking about because I saw there was another plane that went down, and it got me thinking about like if the world started ending, what would you do? And yeah. Oh, Kara, you're sad? Let me see. Let me think about one good thing at least that happened today for me. Since it was President's Day, I guess I had time to go out to do like go to the gym and go run and just kind of have. Do I know about Bangladesh? The only thing, to be honest, the only thing I know about Bangladesh is there's a lot of factories and it is, yeah, there's a lot of factories and a lot of clothes get made in Bangladesh. To be honest, that's the only thing I know. If you want to educate me on a little bit about Bangladesh, I'm willing to learn. Let's see. Oh, and I know that, oh, I don't know. Is the air bad in Bangladesh? Let me know. Yeah, let's see. What's the next thing that I would do if the world started ending? Yeah, spy on my neighbors. Wait for that chance. Okay. Oh, your friend. Oh, that's too bad. That's like the worst. Like if you had a friend, is this like a really good friend or just like an acquaintance? Acquaintance. Ugh, can't talk today. Yeah, that's really sad. I I think I haven't had a lot of people kind of pass away yet in my life. The closest I've had was in high school. I think I told this story before. In high school. Oh, okay. Um, yeah, in high school, we had this kid that he's like a football kid, and he was driving, and my school was there's like this hill that goes up, and then there's a light, and you make a left turn. And this kid, he had a big truck. It was raised. Oh, that's sketchy, Kira. You stole her boyfriend? Oh, but back to my friend that passed away. He goes up. He had a raised truck, and he went up the hill, and then he decided to make a left turn, but he made a really sharp left turn because he wanted. I think I'm trying to remember. It's such a long time ago. I think he ran the red light, and he kind of gunned his truck to make the left turn, and his truck flipped over because it was raised, and he died. Like he passed away right away. But his girlfriend was in the car too, and she had her legs on the dash, which from that point on, I'm telling everybody, do not do that. She had her legs on the dash, and when the car flipped over, it crushed her legs. So now she's, her legs are gone. She was like a high school cheerleader, that kind of like lifestyle, and boom, legs are gone. So yeah, don't do that. But is this real? You took her Casey's boyfriend while she was in a coma because that's real sketchy. Um, yeah, I mean, that's crazy. Like, why? Okay, that brings me a topic, I guess. Why do girls hate each other so much? Like, I was telling my other friend this the other day, like, how even if, like, let's say you have a friend and she gained weight, right? And what's the first thing girls always tell other girls? They're like, "Oh, you look great. You're great. You look even better, actually." And I heard this theory that like girls do that to each other to kind of like undermine the competition. So if that one friend gained weight and doesn't is not as attractive anymore, that's one less girl that they have to worry about taking like resources from them because that means that it's one less girl they have to worry about. So they're always like, "Oh, hey, you look great," even though like the other girl's like ballooning up or whatever. And guys don't do that to each other. They kind of, if that happened, they kind of like build each other up. Like, "Oh man, you got fat, so you need to go to the gym." Like guys do that, but like girls don't do that. They kind of like do that fake nice thing. You know what I'm talking about? Let's see. In Bangladesh, we are in internal. Huh. But okay. But I wonder, is Bangladesh doing worse than Korea? Cause like in Korea, they've gone through like 4 or 5 presidents in the last like 4 months with all their like corruption stuff and people resigning. Like, is it worse than that? Like they had like military coups going on. I mean, I guess I gotta look it up later. Are there like military coups going on in Bangladesh right now? Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, another plane went down. I think I saw there was like 80 people on there. The pilot didn't make it. It reminds me of like what's that movie that the plane got stranded because it was in a snowy area. I think they were going to Canada, where the but the movie was like where the plane went and kind of crashed into the snow, and then they had to like they had to go to get like they had to make a big trip to get rescued or something. But it reminds me of that. And I was thinking like, if that happened, what would we do? The supplies are so limited. Like, what would you do in a plane crash if you're in the middle of nowhere? Would you just sit at the plane and kind of just wait? Because that's the first thing that they can find. But if you go out in the wild, you might make it, but you might not. You don't know. Like that's a hard part too. Like you can go like imagine if you left the plane and like 3 days later they find the plane and you're like that idiot that left and they're like, oh, what happened to Joey? Oh, he went to go find help, and they're like, the help's here. We're right here right now. And now everyone has to go find Joey because he left because he thought he could find another town somewhere when you're like in the middle of nowhere. That's insane. Okay. End of the world. First thing you do, fill up the sinks with water or bathtubs with water, barricade your house. Okay, so Kira, it doesn't seem like Casey's your friend because you're saying now that you're glad that she's not there anymore. I mean, like I said, it goes back to what I was saying before. Like, why do girls hate each other so much? That's insane. Um, yeah, no, like my friends do this all the time. They're like, "Oh, hey, you look great. Like, how do I look in this dress?" And the girls are always like, "You look great." Or like, I guess that's like the classic boyfriend thing when the girls are asking you like, how do I look in this? And you have to lie. Like, why can't we just be honest and like let let you know like, hey, I don't think you look that great in this dress right now or whatever outfit without getting like murdered with like dirty like with death stares that kind of pierce your soul and kind of wish you could just go back in time and take those words back. It's like, I don't think you look that great in that dress right now. And it's like, and you just, hi, leg. Let's see. Nothing much. I was just thinking about what's going on in the news. Happy President's Day. I'm doing good. Doing good. Just saw that another plane crashed, and I was just thinking about like, if the end of the world happened, what's the first thing that what you would do? And yeah, I was saying before, like, first thing I would do, fill up the bathtubs with water, and kind of start barricading your house, I guess, and start taking stock of what supplies you have. Because like after the first few days, the looting's gonna start. Then I started thinking, if the end of the world happened, would you rather have an electric car or a gas car? Like I was thinking about that when I was driving today, where I was like, I think I would. You think a gas car would be great, right? Because it's so much easier and there's cars everywhere. You could do that whole Mad Max thing where you like see a car and you start like siphoning gas from those cars. But eventually, I know that's the dream, to be self-sufficient. But okay, I was thinking about the gas, right? You can do the Mad Max thing and just like see a car and like, like get the gas out. But the gas will eventually run out. And then I was thinking like an electric car, in the long run, I think it might be easier to at least get it charged you can get a bunch of solar panels. It depends on what scenario you're in. If it's in like I Am Legend where you're just the last guy, I guess you can get a bunch of solar panels and kind of make a charger. I don't know. It depends on how experienced you are. Okay, I would love to join your team, but like, I guess like the only issue about being on a farm is that you need. Okay, the only thing I hate about living on a farm is that you're so far away from like other people that I feel like if something, this is my thoughts personally, like if something happened to you, no one's there to help you. I mean, yeah, we could be apocalypse buddies, but like then I would have to drive like an hour to get to you. Like, if I think if the apocalypse happened, I think it's best to stay put. Like, if you start driving, that's how like you get into car accidents, and then like all your supplies and all your stuff like is useless. You know? So I think it's best to stay put. Yeah. Yes. And I guess it also depends on where you are. If you're out and about, you got to get back to your house, or at least the first shelter that you see. It depends on what's going on. Like, yeah, see, stay put. But uh, I was thinking now, like, I don't know if you guys saw the footage of that. Do you guys remember, like, it was like 2 weeks ago that airplane crashed inside like the city-ish area, like apartments? Like, there's a footage of like this guy, he's ordering like I don't know, fast food or whatever, and he's just like ordering and he sees the plane crash out the window. And that you see that footage, it feels like end of the world stuff. Because it's like you're just sitting there, it's like boom. That's insane. Yeah, okay, we're gonna stay put, fill your bathtubs up with water because eventually the pipes are gonna run out of water. So that's one. So I guess while the water is running, get as much containers and get as much water as possible. And then the hard part is the food. Like Blake's lucky he live on a farm, but like city folk, what are we supposed to do? Like you can't start. Yeah, okay, we can go hunting, but like if you're I'm glad I'm not in like like a real city area, but like I guess we can catch some bunnies. That's not hard. There's bunnies everywhere. But okay, imagine now. This reminds me of the early pandemic days. I don't know if you guys saw this story. You know, early pandemic days when everyone was locked in, there were people that were trying to go up into like the wilderness out here in California to live off ducks. I'm not. Oh my God, you said ducks and you got me thinking about ducks. But like rabbits and stuff, and they didn't know what they were doing, and they ended up getting stranded out there and died. So I mean, that's crazy. But yeah, I guess we can go get some bunnies. But okay, that's where I was going with this was, imagine a bunch of city folk all trying, yeah, and get babies, all trying to get the same rabbit, and like it would be the worst hunting experience ever because like everyone's like, what are we doing for food? This is probably like maybe 2 or 3 months into this when everyone started eating up all their food that they have in their house, right? And then now they got to go out and go get food. So everyone's just like in a bush with whatever they got. I'm assuming some people have guns. Some people probably make those PVC bowls. You guys have seen those, right? That's probably gonna be really popular. You're gonna have like a whole tribe of people with PVC bowls. Oh, would I do the whole cannibalism thing? Oh, that's tough. I don't know. Okay, It depends how badly you want to get to the next day. I think at a certain point, like my other friend said that if if that happened and we had to live in that the dead like Walking Dead days, she's just gonna, you know, she's not gonna do it. Like one weekend, she's gonna call it quits. So I guess it depends on how badly you want to keep going. Like at a certain point, it's just all willpower to see the next day. Well, IB Gaming, we salute you. Like imagine you like volunteer, like there's no food and you just like volunteer like guys, take a leg. And as they're starting to like saw it off, a hunting party comes back and they're like, "Yo, man, I got some bunnies," and you're like, "Great." Wait, let's now start a convo about the Soviet Union. Okay, okay. This is what I think about that. Yeah, that would be so sad, right? I saw this thing today, and it was about the Deutsch, team going around and closing up all the agencies, and they're comparing it to the Red Scare days, back in the Soviet times where everyone thought that the other guy's a commie, and the MacArthur started like accusing people, and once you got accused, your whole career is over, and they're comparing what's going on now to that, where if you get accused for being I don't even know, but like the federal workers or whatever, they get accused for helping the other side or whatever, their career's over, even if it's proven yes or no. So that's what you're saying about the Soviet Union reminds me of that. Yeah, I know what you mean because I have family that went through kind of something similar. Like my in-laws are Chinese and they went through like the whole revolution, like the Mao times, and they survive off, like pennies, and they would penny pinch everything. And I was thinking about when we went to the grocery stores with them, they would take right now that you have to pay for the bags, but they would go to the vegetable section. Oh my gosh. And they would use the plastic bags for the vegetables as the bags. So they would just get like, they would just start taking rolls and rolls and rolls and have it in the shopping cart, and they would just like put it doesn't matter if it's vegetables or not. Like everything is going in a vegetable bag. So they don't have to pay for bags. And I was like, oh, it's only like 30 cents, to get three bags or whatever. They're like, no, the 30 cents adds up. You go to the grocery store three times, 30 cents each. That's almost a whole dollar. So if you go three times, I saved a dollar. But I guess right now with like how egg prices are going, I guess so. Like I was telling someone that right now will be great content if you just started cooking eggs and you just film yourself cooking eggs. Wait, say carburetor. I don't even know what that means. Okay. Oh yeah, the bread lines and stuff. Ooh, that's tough. That kind of reminds me of this other thing I saw today about like Cuba and how there's still the trade embargoes with them, and how like I think they were saying that if you needed the votes in Florida, you put the embargo on them, and if you don't need the votes from Florida, you take it off. So, for example, when Obama was running, he took off the embargo, and then when Biden was running, he took he put it back on. Wait, no, no. sorry, when Obama was running, he put the embargo back on. And then when he left and Biden took the car embargo off. When Trump came back in, he put the embargo back on. And so the people in like Cuba, they cannot trade with anybody that does any trading with America or America themselves. So they just have stuff hanging around. And so they cannot grow their economy, and it's just they're just there. And that's why they're having such a tough time. I don't get this whole car thing. Why do I need to say car? Is this some kind of special like thing for the YouTube gods to beam people? I don't know. Well, it was great chatting with you guys. I think I gotta end it today. I'll be back tomorrow. I think I'm gonna start doing. Oh, what kind of car am I in? Really? Name the car? It's a fetish. What are you guys gonna like look at pictures of the car and then I don't know what you guys want to do with the car. There's an edit guide. There's an edit guide to just cars. Oh, I gotta look at this up now. Now, like, you guys are freaking me out because now you guys think like you guys are all weird, and I'm gonna say a car, and then you guys are gonna come in and like start googling cars with ChatGPT, and like, well, I think that would be so fun later. Have you guys seen the new like Firefly edits? Like the what it could do with the videos? That's really cool. Like, oh, interesting. Hmm. I guess that would be fun. All right, but I gotta go. Um, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I think what I'm gonna start doing is doing lunchtime, and we'll just like if you have nothing to do during lunch, we can chat. It'll be fun. All right, thanks for hanging out with me.